Morning, everybody. It's Tuesday morning, 8:38 a.m. on this sunny spring day in March, even up here. Okay, Asia and Europe both up on follow through from our markets over the last couple of days. And not nothing overwhelming. Although Hong Kong was up almost 3%, and I think that part of that has to do with Alibaba, a stock who I'll mention today, but anybody who reads my work knows I do not trade and do not recommend trading any Chinese companies. They upped their share buyback to 25 billion. Um, pardon me, 25 billion. Um, Stock is 112.40, up 882, which is, a heck of a rally off that high 70s last week before this rally started, but still down 66% from its high of 320. No more news on the Boeing crash yet. We'll see how that turns out. Apple Music and TV evidently had an outage that has been rectified. The stock is up a couple of cents, so nothing much there. Nike beat top and bottom lines, had closed at 130.19, which was down a buck and change. This morning trading 137.20, that's up 5.96 or 4.5%. Okta had a data breach. The stock is trading 155 down 1441, although there's no real information out there as to what that's about. And DPRO, this is a company relatively new called Dragonfly. Draganfly. They do drones, and they have a what they call a medical drone, which in point of fact is just a big drone that can carry up to 35 pounds in it. And what they're doing is they're putting medical supplies in it. The contract is pretty decent, although it's relatively small, as I said. Um, the stock had a high of 1670 in its short history, closed $1.67, just 90% off that yesterday. This morning has traded as high as 344, last is 333, up $1.66 or a penny below 100%. So, little company. I only mention it because it's on the tape and it's up 100%. Okay, um, two more issues here. Highcroft, if you remember, this is the company that a couple of weeks ago was 31 cents that AMC took a position in and was all excited and then backed away from even an interview about the acquisition. The stock traded, as I said, as high as 272, currently $1.18. So um, I guess that the management of AMC, which is so all over the place, I go to their movie theaters on a fairly regular basis. Business is not great. And they're going into the retail popcorn business, and now they're going into gold and silver mining. So, this is a company. I'll just remind everyone that the trend in the 50s and 60s was to build conglomerates so that it smoothed out their earnings cycles by having a bunch of diverse industries. The problem, it turned out, for the market after it saw great acceptance was the fact that you really couldn't get your mind around what the company actually did. And all of those stocks got killed over a 5 or 10 year period. Um, now here's Adam Aaron coming along and building another conglomerate after most of them had big upsides when they spun out those diverse businesses. So I don't have a clue what the hell he's doing, what's on his mind, other than, pumping the stock on a regular basis. So we have that. One other issue that I'm going to mention, and I mentioned it last night, about a different business, that being Coinbase and Chanos being short in it. And then the response of someone who has a $600 target on that $177 stock. Work from home. These stocks have been pounded. And this morning there was somebody on CNBC talking about how, these stocks used to be 50 times earnings. And now they're only 25 times, and they should be bought. The stupidity involved in that is beyond all comprehension for me. Part of a PE is based, number one, on earnings. And when you're growing companies without growing earnings, you don't get that advantage. And secondarily, interest rates are part of that. When you back out and revalue discounted cash flow over any period of time, are also dramatically higher, meaning PEs should come down. So only 25 times is just crazy talk. Okay, so the futures were up about 180 when I got up. Dow now up 140. S&P was up 11, and the Nasdaq was up only about 16. S&P now still up 11, and the Dow just bouncing around a little here, up 140, up 147. Nasdaq is up about $13. So nothing overwhelming. Corn down a little. Oil continuing its move up. Nat gas up about a dime. Gold down about $2.50, with silver down 20 cents. The big mover this morning on a down dollar's only down a nickel, but Bitcoin 42,995, up almost 1,800, with a high of 43,480. And the bonds are down again, down 26/32, which, for those of you who don't understand fractions, is down about 3/4 of a point. All right, everyone, I'll be back later on. Be careful out there. The market looks higher, but there are plenty of problems.